The LME CEO was earlier on in India, and we caught up with Matthew Chamberlain, who is also telling us that he's looking to enter the domestic warehousing space. He sees big money enter the commodities after the recent approvals for FPIs to enter the segment. Listen in.
India has always been a hugely important market for the LME. India is a very significant producer and consumer of the metals that we trade, and therefore we've always had a big focus on India. As you know, we have a very strong relationship with MCX, providing prices that drive their contracts, and we've recently expanded that to some of the other exchanges here. And you're right, we've also been talking to our partners about whether there would be interest, whether it would be mutually beneficial to consider delivery type warehouses here, particularly given the push for delivery contracts in India. But I always emphasize that we want to develop in the way that works for the Indian market. So we are really informed by our local stakeholders, our local partners, in the way that we should develop.
If I could ask you, as you mentioned about the physical settlement is something that market regulator SEBI has been pushing now. Perhaps they're envisaging next couple of years all the contracts, particularly in metal space, should be in the mode of physical settlement. How do you see this development, and what does that mean for a big player like you when you look at Indian markets, which is perhaps the oversight and the objective is to have physical settlement in contracts going forward?
Yeah. Well, I think the current moves towards physical settlement, I think, are an important development in the Indian commodities markets. I think the way that we see it, there are a number of different models that could be employed. So we could have a pure physical delivery contract here in India run by the local exchanges in parallel to the LME's global contract. That's one model. Or we could look at models such as a premium type contract where delivery in India is used to discover the Indian premium above and beyond the global price.